be a great show, let me tell you. There's a buzz here in the studio. I'm excited because
It is.
Mr. Canoehead is here, and I have to throw that out there right away because I'm a big fan of Mr.
Because
Canoehead.
it makes you go, hmm?
Well, oh, come on. A lot of people know. We grew up with Mr. Canoehead here in Canada. He's a Canadian icon.
But his identity, that's what's the secret.
That's why we're
excited.
excited.
Gonna have to. That's right.
I'm
We're
going
gonna
to take
have
a little
to find
peek
out.
underneath that canoe.
It's a fun show
It almost
today.
sounds dirty, doesn't it?
What?
A little peek under that canoe. The show, well, it started with Frantic Times on CBC Radio, and of course it ballooned from there. The Frantics went on to enjoy great television, and of course we enjoyed it growing up. I remember seeing Mr. Canoehead and all of his friends each and every week on CBC. And joining us is Peter Wildman and of course Mr. Canoehead.
Hello,
welcome
Canada.
to the show.
Hi.
Good morning. Hello.
Good
Thanks
to
for having
see
us
you.
on the show.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you
indeed.
for having us on the show.
Now, you must have been just a little buck when you were watching.
I
this,
was.
right?
Well, it was one of my dad's favorites. This is kind of, it was one of my dad's
Yeah.
favorites, Peter. And so, of course, we'd watch it with him, right?
Yes.
What are you doing in town, by the way?
We're at the Centerpoint Theater.
Right.
I believe is that where we are?
That's correct, and I'm at all the fire stations teaching kids how to do the proper J-stroke.
Of course.
Of course
Yes.
you are. That makes sense.
I don't know if we'll
actually.
have time for that. We'll have to see. We would have been here sooner, but we stopped in at Tubman's for some coffee and sandwiches before we came. But
It was excellent.
Right.
It was,
Fantastic.
so yeah, we're playing at the Centerpoint Theater, and Mr. Canoehead's with the Frantics, and we're going to have a good show tonight.
Now, Mr. Canoehead, obvious question is asking a bit about your background. How did you come to be the great aluminum crime fighter?
Well, I was portaging my canoe, my aluminum canoe, with my brother Ted through Algonquin Park when a freak bolt of lightning hit me and welded it to my head. And now I'm Canada's greatest aluminum-headed crime fighter.
So what type of special powers do you have, if you have any at all?
I have the ability to gunnel bob,
Right?
and I have the ability to go through lift locks without paying any tolls.
We can mention the white water, but maybe that's for later tonight.
Well, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Not
Mr.
for kids'
Canoe?
consumption.
No.
Mr. Canoehead,
Yes.
do you have any nemesis?
Well, the evil Ultramind is my biggest nemesis. Yes, he's always being let out for day parole because of our lax parole system in this country, and I'm constantly having to fight him.
Don't get him started on the
Oh,
parole
yes.
system.
Will he be at the show tonight as well?
The evil Ultramind,
No. He's right now he's in a halfway house in Peterborough. So
Oh, good. Okay, so we're all
we're
safe
pretty
then.
sure that Ultramind will not show up tonight.
Now, Peter, you guys just got back together, what, about 3 years ago?
3 years ago, after about a 15 or 18-year break, yeah.
So what brought you guys all back together again?
We just got curious. Now, let me think now. How did that come about? We, oh, I know. We released one of our CDs on thefrantics.com. We had to sign some papers again. And so we started sending emails to each other about when we could get together to sign the papers. And by the time we got to about the fourth email, we were calling each other dirty names and exchanging jokes and
Right.
already cracking off. And then somebody said, you know, we should do a show sometime. This is fun. It's good to be talking again. And we did a show, and it sold out in a day. And we thought,
Wow.
oh, well, perhaps people still want to see the Frantics. So we said, well, we'll do another one, and that'll be the end of it. And that one sold out in half a day. And so we did these monthly shows that consistently sold out, and we've been growing ever since.
So if there's a younger generation out there that's never seen the show, how would you describe yourselves?
Well, we got a guy with a canoe welded to his head.
That pretty much says everything.
I think that pretty much wraps it up for
I
me.
think that's our unique selling proposition versus other comedy groups.
We also have in the group is Rick Green of the new
History
Rick Green
Bites.
show, who was Adventures with Bill.
And
so
also
he did
History
yours.
Bites.
He also did History Bites, and we have Dan Redican from Puppets Who Kill. He's also one of the Frantics. And you have myself, and you have Mr. Canoehead, and this other guy named Paul Chatto, who's a real geek.
You mentioned also about your website. It's fantastic, Frantics.com. We were on there last night.
Yeah.
It's got some great stuff.
Thank you.
How do you feel that the internet has helped out with the...
It's wonderful because you can go on to YouTube and find me doing an old TV guide commercial from 25, 30 years ago. And you know, I've aged really well. And my voice still hasn't dropped, which is just fascinating.
Now, is there going to be a mix of old material and new material?
We have some solid old ones. We have some brand new stuff that's totally whack. We've got lots of music. We have monologues. We didn't bring the puppets, but like I said, we did bring Canoehead. So
Peter said the word whack because it's one of the new phrases
it's
that
very,
kids
it's very,
these
it's
days
very,
use.
It's very street.
So you keep
I've
your
just started
material-
using the word deaf. which I understand kids enjoy, which is how we're trying to bring a younger audience to our show.
So you got a little hip hop going then.
Yo, yo, yo.
There you go.
And you have a new CD out as well, is that
We
right?
have several CDs out, all available at thefrantics.com. So we have some of the old CDs, and just last year we released the Frantics Enemies of Reason, which was recorded live at Yuck Yucks, and it's doing very, very well. We're very excited.
Now, Mr. Canoehead, is there any plans perhaps down the road to do some more television?
Well, we'll take any gig that they give us.
We're doing TV now, right?
Well, yes.
Or
Yeah.
are we just entertaining
Thanks for
5 of your
embarrassing me
friends?
on that one, Peter.
Mr. Canoehead, I'm concerned for your safety tonight because you're going to be at the show at the Centerpoint Theatre. Is there any such a thing as kryptonite that will take away your powers? You know?
Well, the evil Ultramind did bring me to my knees using a mayonnaise ray gun that raised my cholesterol levels so high that I suffered a heart attack.
Oh, my goodness. So we'll have to make sure that the security at Centerpoint Theatre doesn't let any of that in.
No
You know,
hydrogenated
such-
vegetable oil, please.
So, Peter, you're performing
And no
tonight, right?
beavers.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay, we are.
Just double
No,
checking at the Centerpoint
I'm not thinking
Theatre.
that far ahead. Yes,
Tickets still
Centerpoint.
available.
I'm surprised I made it to Ottawa, okay? I'm really, really pleased I got
Listen,
this
if you
far.
want to see more of this great crew, please go down to the Centerpoint Theatre. There's still a few tickets available. Don't go away. There's lots more daytime coming right up right after this.